Good morning. I was going to do a quick video, just tell you what I had on my agenda today. And I'm going to tell you what all I'm going to do, but I don't know how much of it I'm going to get done. But I'll talk to you anyway. The first thing, or one of the things I want to do, is take this quilt and its backing up to the quilt house and put it on the quilt machine. Now that's what I want to do. So we'll see. I'm not sure how much I'll get done today. And what else? Let me move I piled everything up here in the way. This quilt, y'all showed y'all this before. It's my Jacob's ladder, but it doesn't have a binding. And I don't know what I want to put on it for a binding, so I kind of want to go by the quilt house today and get some binding for that one, something that'll match. It's a scrappy quilt, so it's got all kinds of colors in it. So that's what I want to buy at the quilt house. If I get there, I've got to get there. And this is another one. It's all finished, but I haven't put the binding on it. It needs a binding. Let me hold it up for you. It's called Wish. I've showed you this one before too. Isn't that pretty? But it needs its binding. So I'm going to have to go buy me some binding to finish these two. And this morning, I just had a few minutes time. So I'm in here and I'm cutting. I'm going to take this project over to Mama's. But I'm in here cutting 2.5-inch strips that I'll cut into 2.5-inch squares that I will use. And this one that I'm going to start, hopefully today. Let's show you this one. I've showed you this one. You guys that follow me know, already seen this. But I'm going to try to make that one. And so I was kind of pre-cutting some of this white fabric. And here is my layer cake that I'm going to use. I've showed you this one too. Wild Blossoms. Wild Blossoms, it's Moda Fabric by Robin Pickens. But it says, consider how the wildflowers grow, Luke 12:27. I'm going to open that. I've got to cut them into 5-inch squares, so I'm going to look at it a little better. Cut that stuff off of it. Oh, and I'll talk about those back there in just a minute. So I'm going to take all my cutting boards and everything over to Mama's, but I'm going to get a little bit done here while I have to be here. Look at those. That's what my quilt, it's called, it's a Jenny Doan from Missouri Star Quilt Company, and it's called Prairie Flowers. And since I'm using Wild Blossoms, how neat's that? Let's find another pretty one. They're all pretty. This one. Look at this one. Queen Anne's lace and butterflies. And this one. Oh, look at this one. This one has bumblebees. Prairie flowers. So I got butterflies and bumblebees. See this blue one. I can't hardly wait to get started on this one. Just more pretty wildflowers. But that's, if I get to Mama's, and like I told you, I'm going to try to sew this one on the treadle sewing machine. And that old treadle sewing machine belonged to my Aunt Hetty. And it great Aunt Hetty. And you've heard me talk about Aunt Hetty. She's the little old woman that her mama died when she was little, and she saved those quilt blocks that her mama was working on and finished them. That's my great Aunt Hetty. She was a little firecracker. She lived to be about 100. But she's gone now. But these pieces back here, I know they look funny back there. Is the reason I'm going to talk about them. And move this. But they were left over. Just let me show you. They were left over from this chicken part here. those funky looking things. But there's just enough right there to make a wing for one of them chickens. Now I'll have to put something with it, but I want to cut the wing out of that. Cut it and make some more chickens out of that stuff. And while I was making this one, I was thinking about what I was going to do with these. So I think I know. So you'll be seeing these again too. So that's on my agenda. I'm not sure what all I'll get done, but I'm really excited about these pieces in here. So I'll have some fun sewing them on that treadle sewing machine. I think I'm cutting them little 2-inch squares, and I think these have to be cut into they're 10-inch. So I'm gonna cut them into 5-inch squares. I think it's gonna take all of them. So that's what I'm gonna be working on today, and you'll see me around. I'm sure you will, because I'm always here, there, and everywhere. We'll have to go check the cows. Got some chores to do. I don't know how I spread myself too thin sometimes. And my house, yes, I need to clean house, but I live here and my house is lived in, and I'm a happy person even if I have to kind of move things out of the way and find laundry out of the laundry basket sometimes. It's all good. I only live once and I got to get this stuff done. Bye. Love y'all. See you around.